I don't think she knew when she planted it in her front garden what the rumours were attached to the plant.
I remember mentioning it to one of my bosses, and his reaction was, "Really?"
To have it out there in front of the house so that everybody can see it, it's quite a statement, I think. My mum and dad moved into the house about 1970. The Pampas grass was already here, and my mum said that she found it quite exotic. And I remember my dad having to burn it, and then it just, like a phoenix, it grows out of the ashes.
We planted our Pampas bush because it reminded us of New Zealand. No one has said anything or suggested that perhaps it wasn't the thing that you should put in your front garden.
It's not a plant that you see in very many places.
We're quite fond of it. I think with the wind through them, you get sort of a nice feeling of movement. If the sun gets on the flower heads, they're thread-like, and that looks quite attractive.
And then you've got the feathery bits that stand up really strong and straight out the middle. When it's at its peak, it looks quite stunning. It does sort of catch your eye.
The main residence, whose house was definitely used, had an enormous pampas grass in the garden, and another one definitely had a pampas grass. They were all professional and good looking. This was more respectable, this was the right type of person. Nice houses, very modern, but they certainly were the type of house that you could have had a party in without the neighbours knowing. I think if I'd have done it, I probably would have wanted it at home. More or less a party, a small party. I'd guess probably over a drink and just mention it, jokingly to start with, and it depends how you took it. It's a long time ago, 1970s, but I definitely know it went on.
There is the old saying that if you had a pampas grass in your garden, you were a swinger.
I first heard about the connotations of it sort of perhaps as a symbol of swinging couples a while ago.
But my father has said it never worked. He was hoping someone might knock on his door, but they never did.
I do remember one lunchtime when they'd invite you for a drink. Would you like to come? Would you like to join? So obviously they were always after new members. You would have had to be an attractive person to be invited. Although I don't think they actually knew my husband.
Perhaps people might knock on your door or perhaps invite you around for drinks and extras. I don't know really.
It's just something that everyone sort of said and laughed about.
I suppose you might compare them to the flower power and all that sort of thing, but of course you're now into the 70s, which didn't have all that free love. It was a nice private dinner party with the 1970s prawn cocktail and duck à l'orange, plenty of drink, and I believe it was gin and tonic, 4 couples. Then it ended up with leaving the property about 3 o'clock in the morning. I think it was a lot to do with secrecy and daring, along with these people in their 30s suddenly having all this money. It was just different. I don't know anything about pampas grass, but there was no way that there weren't swingers. No way.